Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to go over the MLB Postseason. This is the first day of the postseason, October 1st. And we're going to go over this real quick. It's only 4 games. We're going to start with Detroit versus Houston. And as you can see, the opening odds are on the screen. Detroit starts as an underdog at plus 117. Houston Astros are a favorite at minus 127, negative 127. And we're going to go over this real quick. We're going to reduce the odds. 1 plus 27 is 28. 1 plus 17 is 18. And we just reduce these and keep going, so on and so on. And it's called reduction. Separating the integers, add them together, it's called reduction. And the current odds are on the screen. The Detroit Tigers are plus 126 currently. They've gone up in value to the consumer, that is, as an underdog. And Houston Astros have gone up in value to the bookies at minus 148, negative 148. All right, spreads are at 1.5 points normally, regularly in baseball, minus 184. Negative 184 is the cost currently for the Detroit Tigers. Houston Astros is plus 155, but it depends on what sports book you go with, but they're all around the same cost eventually, especially come around game time. They opened at plus 1.5, minus 205, and Houston was at plus 170, positive 170. So they've both pretty much gone down in their respective directions. But we will go over this real quick. The total is at 6.5 points currently. Cost is even at minus 1, negative 110. Negative 110 over and under. And there wasn't much to go on the decode, on the numerology, that is, on the Gematria side, that is. But what I did find was Detroit manager can get 29th postseason win on 10 date numerology, and 29 is the 10th prime number. Let me go ahead and erase that number. And the game is on 10 date numerology. Obviously 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 10. And that's how we get 10 date numerology. It is also right here. Separate all the integers and add them together. You'll get 10. And the game advice narrative will be on the Patreon as well as the picks. But let's go over where the money is going currently. Detroit Tigers are 38% of the bets on the spread. 62% are the Astros on the bets. The percentage of money on the spread, 14% going with the Tigers, 86% going with the Astros. That is currently early Tuesday morning. Somewhat early Tuesday morning. Moneyline percentage of bets, 20% Detroit Tigers, 80% Houston Astros. Percentage of bets on the money line, that is. Moneyline bets, moneyline percentage of money, that is, 38% going with the Tigers, 62% going with the Astros. Total is at 6.5 points. Overs are getting majority of the bets and the money, 58% of the bets, and 67% of the money is going over currently. People betting the cost is even at minus 110, so people betting the over at 6.5. 6.5 is a relatively low total, but it could be a trap. But the unders are not getting significantly less. Not significantly less, but noticeably less. But let's go with Kansas City and Baltimore. All right, opening at plus 136 for Kansas City, minus 148 for Baltimore. Those were the opening odds. Currently, it is plus 130, minus 154 for Baltimore. And let's go over this real quick. The spread is at obviously 1.5 points. Negative 182 cost for the Royals. Plus 150 for the Orioles. Opens. It opened, excuse me, at plus 1.5, minus 175 for the Royals, and plus 145 at negative 1.5 point spread for the Orioles. Over under again is at 6.5 total. Negative 124 for the over, plus 102 for the under. That 102 hits more so than you think. But that negative 124 is a sizable cost on a total. So keep that in mind. Either manager can get first postseason win on 10 date numerology. Separate all the integers, add them together. For the date, you will get 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. And percentage, let's go over where the money is going. Royals are getting 12% of the bets on the spread at that minus 182 cost. 88% is going with Baltimore. People looking to cash out. That is a sizable spread cost, plus 150. 16% of the money going with Kansas City. 84% going with Baltimore on the spread. Moneyline percentage of bets based off the plus 130 minus for the Royals, minus 154 for the Orioles. 8% going with the Royals, 92% going with the Orioles on the bets. Percentage of money, 21% going with the Royals, 79% going with the Orioles. All right, total percentage of bets. Overs are somewhat are leading, not significantly though. Over percentage of bets, over is getting 59% based off that negative 124 cost, 6.5 point total. And over the money, 55%. 55% of the money is going over on that one. Not as much as the last game, but significant nonetheless. That minus 124 is critical. These 102s hit more so. Plus 102s, even minus 102s hit more so than the negatives, especially the negative off ones like the negative 120, negative 118, or the negative 122 or negative 124. But usually the plus 102s, minus 105s, and minus 120s hit more so than you think. But it's all about where the money is going and how to control the narrative, how they can make money, how the bookies can make money, Vegas can make money off of all this. But yeah, let's go to the next one. All right. Mets versus Brewers. Open at plus 120 for the Mets on the money line, minus 140 for Milwaukee Brewers opening. Currently it is plus 116 for the Mets, minus 136 for Milwaukee. And the Mets are getting minus 182 cost at that 1.5 point spread. Plus 150 going with the Brewers. Very high cost there. Let's see where we'll see where the money's going in a moment. Over, under 7.5 points. The over is getting minus 105 cost at that sweet spot. Minus 115 going under. Once again, either manager can get first postseason win on 10 date numerology. 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 10. Separate the 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Where's the money going? Percentage of bets, 27% going with the Mets on the spread at that minus 182 cost. 73% going with the Brewers at that plus 150. Percentage of money, 22% going with the Mets. 78% going with the Brewers. Money line percentage of bets, 30% going with the Mets, 70% going with the Brewers. That is based off this plus 116 for the Mets, minus 136 for the Brewers. 35% of the money going with the Mets, and 65% going with the Brewers on the money line. Total, the overs are dominating once again. Over percentage of bets is getting 58% based off their 7.5 total, 7.5 total, and that is a minus 105. That is a sweet spot when it comes to the totals and the point spreads more so, especially more so the totals. Over 63% of the money going with the total, over 63% is going with 63% of the money is going over on the total, 7.5. So people expecting a somewhat higher scoring game than even the other games. Is the highest total of the day currently. All right, Atlanta versus San Diego. Opening odds, Braves start at plus 124. San Diego starts as minus 134. Currently, Atlanta is plus 132. San Diego is minus 156. Even more of a sizable favorite currently. Atlanta's even more of an underdog currently. Spread point totals at plus 1.5, obviously. Currently, it is minus 166, plus 138. And they opened at, let's see where they opened at. minus 180 for the Braves, and the San Diego Padres at plus 160. Those are high costs to open at for either side, the underdog and the negative and the positive. But currently it is minus 166 to plus 138 for the Padres, minus 166 for the Atlanta Braves. The total is at 7. Over is getting minus 115. Under is getting minus 105. And if you look at the totals real quick, let's skip to the totals. This is the only game where the totals are dominating the bets at 60%, or above the bets at 60% to 40% going over. And as you can see, that sweet spot is minus 105. The percentage of money currently consensus is for the over under is 50-50 for the money though. Bets is at 60% going under. Now, San Diego opening money line at minus 134. 13 plus 4 equals 17. Game is on 17 date numerology. 10 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 equals 17. All right. Spread percentage of bets. 35% going with Atlanta at that minus 166 cost. 65% going with San Diego at that plus 138. This could be a trap game, especially how high the cost is for the favorite Padres at home. 28% going with the Braves, 72% going with San Diego. San Diego looks like the spread is in their favor, and if they get the spread, they obviously win. They obviously win the Braves. I mean, if the Braves obviously win the spread, they win the game because they are a dog in this one. But the money line is even bigger. 86% going with the Padres on the percentage of bets on the money line. Percentage of money, 61% going with San Diego. 61% going with San Diego in this one. Total percentage of bets. Under is getting 60%. Over under is getting 50% each of the money. And yeah, this is the baseball for today. Look out for more of these type of videos, more of these the postseason, MLB postseason. We'll be doing most, if not all, of these games going up until the end of the World Series. But yeah, minus 105 is a sweet spot. I always look for that, especially when it's dominating the percentages, the splits. And San Diego's getting a large percentage of the bets and somewhat of the money. And they're at that minus 156 to that plus 138. Atlanta could still win the spread, but San Diego could win the game. I may have said that differently earlier. Atlanta could still win the spread, but San Diego could win the game, especially considering the money line, minus 156, getting 61% of the money, and the Braves getting minus 166. That is a cost. It seems like they're trying to make up for this low 28% and 35% of the bets. That's a high cost, even though it went down, but they went down as well. From 160 to 138, they went from 180 to 166 cost. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Pray every day. Join the Patreon. Picks are in the Patreon, as well as the props and parlays. We'll dabble into that today. Postseason MLB is here. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys take care.